Myself, MS Bhadane. Today, I welcome you all. In today's session, we are going to start with our next component from Swing, that is JTable. In this Swing, JTable class is provided to display data in tabular form. Generally, it is composed of rows and columns. We are going to display data in terms of rows and columns. For creating this JTable, we are using constructors from this class JTable. Two constructors are generally used to create JTable. The first constructor is our default constructor, that is JTable without any parameter. With the help of this constructor, we can create a table with empty cells. Second constructor is there for creating JTable. In this constructor, two parameters are passed. The first one is we are going to pass array, two-dimensional array for mentioning rows, data for the rows. And second parameter is a single dimensional array for column heads, that is columns. So these two parameters we are going to pass in our second constructor for creating JTable. So in this constructor or with the help of this constructor, we can create a JTable with specified data. So these are the two constructors with the help of which we can generate JTable. For creating this JTable, we have to follow some steps. The first step is first we have to create object for JTable. Second step, we have to create object for JScrollPen. Third step is whatever object we have created for JTable that we have to add in JScrollPen. And the fourth step one is JScrollPen. We have to add JScrollPen object to our JApplet. By following these steps, the JTable is shown as in figure. Here we can see a J table having three columns. Column heads are there, three column heads are here: ID, name, salary, and it having three rows: 101, 102, and again 101. So this kind of J table will be visible by following these steps. Now we are going to see a small program for this J table. So in this program, the very first I have imported two packages. The first package is my awt.star and swing.star. These two packages I have imported here. After that, I have written applet code equal to JTable demo width and height I have mentioned here, end of applet code. Now I am going to write down class name JTable demo, which is going to extend class JApplet. For initialization of applet, I am going to write down here method public void init method. In this method, I am going to write down object for container, that is container content pane equal to get content pane. For this container, I am going to set layout, that is border layout. So here I have written here content pane dot set layout in bracket new border layout. Now I have created here single dimensional array for heads of column. Column heads I am going to mention here by this single dimensional array, that is called heads, having three columns. First column is name, second column is phone, and third column is fax. Now I have to write down my data, specified data in my JTable. To specify this data, I am going to write down, I am going to create here two-dimensional array named as data. In this two-dimensional array, I am going to add row by row data. This is my first row with Pramod, phone and fax. This is my second row, third row, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven. Like this number of rows I am going to insert in this two-dimensional array. Now I am going to create the first step I am going to follow here, creating object for JTable, table equal to new JTable having two parameters. The first is my two-dimensional array that is data, and second parameter is my one-dimensional array that is column heads. Now I have to add this JTable on my JScroll pane. For JScroll pane, I have to consider here two scroll bar constants. So here I have declared two constants. One constant is for vertical scroll bar and second constant is for my horizontal scroll bar. Now after declaring this constant, I am going to create object for JScrollPane JSP equal to new JScrollPane having the first parameter table, second one is constant for vertical scroll bar, and third one is constant for horizontal scroll bar. So this is the object my JScrollPane, and whatever JScrollPane I have created here, that will be added on my JApplet on my container by using method add method. So containPane dot add in bracket JSP comma border layout dot center. So this is my very simple and basic program for JTable. Now I am going to run this program. So for running purpose, the very first I am going to use command Java C. It is used for compilation of program. Java C program name dot Java. After compilation of this program, I am going to use applet viewer command as my program is based on JApplet. So applet viewer program name dot Java. After applet viewer, using applet viewer, you can see here one applet window here. In this applet, three JTable is get added with three columns name, phone and fax, and having the data that we have defined in our two-dimensional array. So these all are the rows added by our two-dimensional array. So this is the way we can generate JTable in our Swing.